like I'm importing one statement into it. We can pass the user defined book. Okay, is equal to scanner. Okay, so after this you can create three different variables. Okay, so you can create three different variables. Okay, by using those variables, by using those variables we have to pass the details of the user. And book number, B number, and B name and B price. Okay, these are the details. And sorry, B name should be string. I declare three different values and I want to read those values from the user. Okay. Println. Enter number. And we need to read the book number. B number equal to bs dot next in. Okay. After that, we need to read the book name from the user. Like you can do this if you want to complicate the things. That's it. Okay. Like book name, and we are reading string. Sorry, we already have a string now. So b name equal to, okay, what is the method to read the string type of values from the user? So next int is the method to read the integers. No, like what is the method to read the
Next string.
next. Okay, we can use next line or we can use next int. Okay, next method. Okay, we can't use the next method. Enter book price. And these are all the two integers. No, I want to read two integers first. Then I can enter price equal to dot next int. Okay, like this, I want to save this program. Okay, after reading the three values, I can comment out this thing. Okay. After reading three different values from the user, I want to create one object for the book shell. So which is a B3 is a book new book shell. Okay. So here I want to add book 3 details to the set book method. Okay. So which is we have to pass first one B number and B name, okay, and something I forgot. B price. Okay. After setting the book details, okay, we can print the book details by using get book method. Let's try this program. So enter book number 120, 120. Enter book price 300. So we need to use some next line or next method. 120 and 200 rupees. Under book name is something in Java. See here we got 120 is the book number of Java and its price is 200 rupees. Okay, so you can create user defined objects. You can pass the user defined books or your own books. You can do anything. Okay, if you want to pass user defined values, you have to read the three different values from the user, and then you have to create an object for book shell. Then you can add this. Okay, like you can do this if you want to complicate the things. That's it. Okay, but here the main thing. Okay, I want you to know is the structure of the program, the how this program works. I want you to understand the architecture of this project. Okay, this is a very, very, very basic project. So better to understand the architecture first, then you can complicate the things if you want. Okay, like we can read the opinion of the user. Like if you want to know the book details or you want to add a new tool, you can read the two opinions from the user. If user clicks on the one, you can add the new book details. If user clicks two, you can print the available books details. Okay, so if you want, if we can want to complicate the things, we can, right? So this is our first project, this is our first program. So that's why I'm asking you to write the architecture first. Okay, if you understand the architecture very clearly, okay, then you can do anything. Okay, first understand the architecture. Okay, like how a program working here, how we are writing the objects, how we are manipulating the data, how we are sending the data to local variable to instance variable. We have to understand everything here. Okay, so the main class is not, I mean main class here makes does not make any sense to us. The main class does not make any sense. Okay, the all the logic of this particular project is stored in the book shell class. Book shell is the main class for us because we are doing the operations in the book shell class only. Okay, just we are reading the values from the main class, that's it. We are not doing any operations from the library class. We are doing operation from the book shell class. Okay, so this is the main class that you have to understand. Okay, guys, things getting complicated, so you have to pay attention for sure. Okay, if you miss single concept, okay, so things will go complicated. Okay,
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
so how many of you understand this, or do you have any issue, or do you have confusion? Anyone? If you have any confusion, please let me know. I can explain it to you. Don't worry. Don't hesitate to ask. Okay. So better to respond something. Okay. So if you have any doubt. Okay. So if you have. Okay. Yes, Rupa.
Sir, when right now when you were taking input
Mm-hmm.
with the scanner class,
Yeah.
you just erase that next line, that
Yes.
line
Yes.
part from it.
Mm.
Can
Mm.
we read from this, not next one?
Yeah. So there is a two different methods to read the, okay, strings from the user. Okay, there is a method called the next and there is a method called the next line. Okay, so here what's happening is, okay, we are reading the integers values along with the strings, right? We are reading the integer values along with the strings. Okay, so there is a buffer in between the, okay, JVM. Okay, there is a buffer. I mean, there is a buffer in the JVM. There is a cache, like we can define it as a cache. When you are defining the two integers along with one string, or when you are defining the two strings along with one integer, okay, there is a some there. I mean, there is a some left space in the buffer. Okay, so that's why you can't use the next line. That's why you can't, I mean, you can't go to the next line to read the another value. So that's why I'm using the existing buffer. If you want to use existing buffer, you have to write next method. Okay, if you want to read next, I mean next line thing, okay, you can write next line method. Okay, but I want to use same line, same buffer for these three variables. Okay, and that's why I'm using next method. Next method uses existing space that left in the first buffer. If you use next line method, that takes the new, I mean that takes the new line to store the values. Okay, so like if you want to read anything other than this, I mean if you want to read another string, then you can use the next line method, because we already use the next method which occupies the I mean empty space. Okay, so for, I mean from the next thing onwards, you can use the next line method if you need. Okay, there is a two methods in Java. One is, okay, one is next line, use it to read the strings, and another one is next, which is also read to, okay, strings. Okay, next line method. Okay, next line is the method which takes, okay, new buffer for every time, okay, but next method which takes the existing buffer, okay, which takes existing buffer. Okay, we are already mentioned next integers, no, two times we already used the next int method. So next int left some space in the buffer. Okay, so to occupy that particular space, next we will going to read that particular space. Okay, next reads the that occupies that existing space. Okay, but if you use next line method, okay, it won't occupy the new space. Okay, the next, I mean the empty space remains same thing. Okay, so that's why I want to eliminate the confusion in the JVM. So that's why I remove the next line method and I use the next method. Okay, so when we are dealing with the strings, no, like we are not, I mean, we didn't discuss the string methods now. So when we are discussing about the string methods, you can understand completely. Okay, there is a string method, there is a only one class for strings. Okay, there is a string buffer, string methods and all. Okay, so you can understand there. Okay, as of now, just use the next method instead of the next line when you are reading the two, I mean, different types of variables can be used. Okay, Rupa, we can have a deep discussion on these buffers.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Those two methods is used to read the I mean strings from the user, but those, I mean, there is a different methodologies in the methods. Next line has a different methodology to read, and the next has a different methodology to read. We can have a deep discussion on this after completion of OOPS concepts. After completion of OOPS concept, we can have a class on strings, buffer readers, and all. Okay, there you can completely understand this topic. Like what is meant by buffer used to. Okay, everything you will understand in the future classes. Don't worry. Okay, other than that, anything else, Rita?
No, sir.
Okay, please look at the concept. You have given out, ask me now. I know today is some hectic day to you because in the first half we discussed about the string. I mean, we discussed about the matrix. In the second half, we discussed about the project flow and all. So, I mean, it is a bit hectic to you, but I can completely understand. Okay, so if you have any doubt or if you have any confusion, okay, please let me in the next class. Okay, in the next class, we can have a discussion on this one. Okay, don't worry, I am there. That's okay. But I'm expecting to complete this particular task by the end of the day. Can I expect this from you? Can I expect
Yes,
any
sir.
GitHub links?
Yes, sir.
I'm expecting minimum 10 members. Okay, minimum to minimum 10 to 15 members will complete the task. I hope. Okay, so let's go for tomorrow. Let's check. Okay, yeah. So today also we will have an assessment. Okay, so in the assessment we will have a 10 questions. Assessments. So I think it's day 4. Okay. So just look at the things. So that's also based on conditions sequence. Okay. Hello. I can send you the PDF. Okay. You can answer me.
Okay, sir.
Go. Thank you, Nishant. We have to take it in us. Thank you so much. Yeah. Convenience is mine. Thank you. I forgot. Seven. Nikhil Prasad. Who's there? Nikhil. Okay. And Sandeep. Sandeep. And the Paras asking me the Sandeep also asking me. He has Sandeep. Hey, Yogesh. Josh.
Yes, sir.
Sunil. Sunil and returning your classes. Ketan.
Yes, sir.
Gunjan.
Yes, sir.
Nishant. Nick. Amit. I think Amit returned now. Yeah. Amit returned and asked me the question. I don't know what is Shivratri like. What is Shivratri?
Yes, sir.
What is Shivratri? Because I'm not asking you, but what is Shivratri? Is it a festival to you? Any festival? Ankit?